Alright, we all in house arrest? House arrest is real similar to parole. Usually this is before the trial. Usually before the trial. Got the little ankle bracelet, a bunch of restrictions. What's that? Is it house arrest?
Yeah.
All like parole, you got the restrictions. They restrict where you can go, what you can do.
You can still go to work and everything, right?
Yes, sometimes.
You just have to be home first.
Just depends. And you might be in some form of house arrest after you're on parole, possibly. At first, just to see what's going on. Just gotta prove you can handle it. Now, excise tax. We've done this already. What's excise tax?
Imported.
Not imported. We learned this a couple weeks ago. Excise tax. Gas. Tires.
Oil.
Okay.
That was my next guess.
What is the excise tax?
Oh, Texas already put on.
It's already put in there. It's already added in before you buy it. And the gas and the tire tax, that goes towards highway stuff. Cigarette tax, I think a lot of that goes to the state. And it does help to pay for health costs. But that's before. I'll look that up. So look that up. Cigarette taxes, where does it go to?
So why is tax not always the wrong for?
If you're buying, well, like, not everything. We do on that to help, like the gas tax to help pay for the highways. But not everything has a, there's sales tax comes after, but that's only on stuff that's. Oh, what you got?
Children's health insurance program.
There you go, that's good. Does it go to, is it the state or is it no? Okay. Federal, okay.
Technically, if you buy cigarettes, that
Could be, yeah. No, sales tax doesn't go on everything. Sales tax is only on stuff. Meat, milk, vegetables is not subject to sales tax. Diapers are subject to sales tax. That's a necessity. You gotta get. I don't think that should be. And girls, y'all pay tax on stuff. That shouldn't be done. You know, like diaper, all that's a have to. That's kind of a have to. So why are we taxing that? But like chips and ice cream, that's taxed. But food, legitimate food isn't taxed.
Coach Shaw, did you know that there's a such thing as cloth factories?
Yes, I have my best friend Lane. He's half hippie. They use cloth diapers for their kid. Which yeah, but and I get the whole diaper thing filling up the landfill. I get it. I hate that. But wash those. I've seen some of the aftermath, and there's how do you deal with that? We take that somewhere, and then you go
A pressure washer.
yeah. I heard a report from some person that never had kids. It's this person saying that we don't need, they're like an environmental person. They said we don't need to have diapers. Parents need to get in tune with their child's body language and carry a bucket.
Whenever I was little, or no,
That's a
not
great
me,
idea.
my brother, he would like go hide behind a chair. And so like 5 minutes knew, like he'd like go hide, squat like in the corner behind the chair.
That person obviously had never had a kid. What do you remember about a bond?
It's
Oh,
like
you get money out of it.
You loan money to a government or a business, and you get paid back with interest. It's an investment.
Decatur's doing like a $2.2 million bond for something. I don't know. My mom's on the Keep Decatur Beautiful board or something like
Yeah,
that. So
is it for like a parks or something, or city or school? City.
and then like she's like her like division or whatever is getting like $800,000 of it. Like we do parks.
Yeah. these bonds, are they gonna do a pool or anything, or just?
I know there's a family in Bridgeport that, they had a meeting last night, this is
Yeah.
the only reason I remember all this. They had a meeting last night, and there's a family in Bridgeport that's gonna donate like $500,000 to redo the skate park and make it like not wood.
Hey, you know what I'd do with something?
How much I could do with $500,000?
Warren?
Never get it, send
I
another.
have to be really
Now like with the tax, with the bond, if the bond passes in November, then people will be investing money in Paradise and getting a little extra back. Alright, a block grant. I mean, what's great about a grant? You don't
Get
pay
money.
it back, you don't pay it back, it's free. So a block grant is a chunk of money from the federal government. And they give it to the states. In this case, they give it to Texas. And they tell them this money can be used for education. And then Texas decides how to use that money as long as it's for what the federal government said, education. So they give you this chunk of money and say, use it for this type of stuff. And Texas can do that.
You apply for them, right? And then they give you the money and use it.
Well, little Christy applied for a grant from one of these things to get her teacher certificate. And she got it. And Colt's been doing the same thing. So you apply for it, and the state decides how to distribute it, the federal government decides what kind of stuff it's for.
I thought he was already teaching. I thought he was already teaching.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a teacher certificate. He's still getting his teacher.
Is
My
that your
grandma
student
told me
teacher?
something about, since I don't live with my mom, I can apply for something and get money from school.
She what?
Is he like a student teacher, or is he like an
No,
actual teacher?
they hired him, but he's getting his certificate. So like, if you're in the process of getting your certificate, you get a school to hire you. You got a school to hire you. Not because his name is Colt Ryle, and I know the head coach got him the job, so it doesn't like owe me anything. But there's a teacher shortage, so they are hiring. You have to have a degree, and be in a program. Yeah, they'll.
My mom worked at Big for like 2 years before she got her
Yeah.
Big?
Like the ladders?
Bridgeport.
Like big?
Big, the Bridgeport Special Services.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
it now, but for a second I was like, girl, what?
Yes,
George
okay.
was like,
Yeah, I thought you were meaning like the little company.
what is his name?
It's like the
Whenever I
little-
first got here, walked in, my mom said Mr. Mathis, and Brandy goes, she's the one who got so-and-so graduated. He goes, oh.
Yeah.
I forget what his name is.
All right, I'm gonna draw you a little picture here. Not really a picture. Okay. What is this? Cicada. Alright. We've got Highway 51, we got 287, Walmart, Wendy's, Hospital, Astoria's, Rodeo. Yeah.
I see
If
it
you
now.
draw like a little square,
That looks
like
exactly
right
like-
across from the rodeo, that's mine.
Alright. We got Costoria's here. We got Walmart here. What's going on here?
Building hours on the.
QT, that's over there. 287.
QT's on the other side.
So what's here?
They're building.
There's houses. Alright. When you buy property in a town, it's zoned, which means they organize it. And it's either gonna be residential, commercial, or industrial. You go out here past the Allsups and the baseball fields, and there's the railroad tracks, there's that Poco graphite factory, that's industrial. Why could you not buy land here, say there's that land out there by Discount Tires? What if you built, there's the little donut shop. Why couldn't you put a house there on the parking lot next to the donut shop? It's commercial. Why do they do that? What's the purpose of it?
To keep the businesses central.
And it's to safety. And also, would you want your house to be where everybody's driving into Walmart and doing all that stuff? No. So they organize the city to where you have houses in one spot, you have businesses in some other spots. Where you can't just, if you buy a house here, you can't put a business there. You own the land, but you can't put a business there. You with us? I found it. If you lived, like right, let's say, if you bought this house here, across the street from, there's that little strip mall, and then if you bought that house there, could you turn that into a business? Would that be, do you think there's some places where it's zoned commercial and residential?
On the corner there where that big lot is, probably, but not
Yeah.
like in the middle of the neighborhood.
Well, but on 51, I bet that's zoned commercial and residential. I bet someday those houses eventually are gone and there's businesses there. Maybe not next year, but like 20 years from now. You know, because 51, they're going to expand 51 even bigger than what it is now, and it's going to. Does that make sense? And you can apply, but that's the reason of it is to keep it organized, safety. You don't want your kids learning how to ride the bike in Walmart parking lot.
That'd be horrible.
I learned how to ride a bike on a paper bag. My parents just gave me a bike, took the training off and said go ride.
That's how you learn. I've always had a hard time because we lived on the schoolhouse around the corner. So I had to go to the ag shop and learn. In Titan, Old Town there, all the guys, we have to go to the elementary. All right, revitalization. Look at a lot of time. Downtown Decatur. So tell me what's happened in the last 10 years.
What's happened to Decatur?
Downtown Decatur.
More things.
They got businesses on the square. There used to not be businesses on the square. Now you got restaurants, you got offices, you got shops. Revitalization is when you take these old buildings. Okay? If there's an old abandoned building, is that good? Is it safe? Could there be some crime going on? It's not helping anything. There are grants and loans, low interest loans, that really are taxpayer money, taxpayer dollars. That if you bought one of these buildings in some downtown area, Bridgeport, they've redone that whole downtown area there. You buy this old rundown building, you can get a grant, and you can build it into a business. Maybe apartments, maybe offices. And you start making a profit. And if you're making a profit, if you're bringing money in, what else are you doing?
Keeping the crowd away.
You're doing that, you're also paying taxes. If somebody is driving through, say they drove through downtown Bridgeport 15 years ago, and they're looking at some place to live, did downtown Bridgeport 15 years ago give them a reason to move to Bridgeport?
No.
If they drive through downtown Bridgeport today, does that give them more of a reason? Yeah. So you could bring in more taxpayers. You could even offer jobs. Some people are against this. Some people think it's not right for taxpayer dollars to be used by some to make a profit off of it. But, and maybe I'm making a profit, but is that benefiting everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I have jobs, tax money, people. Downtown Decatur on weekends, you got all kinds of people there. Bringing all kinds of money. I think a lot of people come in from out of town and come in there and pay money to restaurants. I've been at Sweetie Pie's place.
I've been to Sweetie Pie's.
I bet it's good. Is it
It's pretty
expensive?
I don't know, my parents took me.
Yeah.
I think it's, maybe this summer when we're rich, we can do that. Our house-
When gas prices.
Our house went up another $10,000 last month. Bring it on. I'll pay taxes. Bring it on. All right, this Constitution to Kahula de Tejas. What hasn't happened yet? If the Constitution is in Spanish, what hasn't happened yet?
They haven't been adopted by America.
Texas is not a country yet. So this is when Americans are coming to Mexico. They had to sign a document saying that they understood that there was two things for you girls, you have to look it up, I got you. You'll look it up later. No cocaine right now. You didn't get infrastructure, that's the, how did you not get that?
I didn't read it. I don't know.
Sewers, highways, civilized life stuff. Roads, electrical grids, that's all infrastructure. They told the people coming in, you got no freedom of religion. You go to church anywhere you want to, as long as it's Catholic. Other than that, can't do it. And no public school.
They didn't want to go to church.
Huh? That really wasn't allowed. You had to at least go. They couldn't make you listen. So yeah, kids want to learn how to read. No, those fields ain't gonna plow themselves. Get out there. Those kids to work. Now, 1836. What's changed? Texas is a country. Defeated Mexico. Santa Anna got defeated at. You know what Santa Anna brought to America? Chewing gum. Chewing gum. He brought, he kind of, I don't know if he invented it, but he's like the first person. Look up Santa Anna and chewing gum. See if I'm right. Santa Anna chewing gum. Ain't good.
Speaking of America starts in 1836 after General Sanderson took Santa Anna because Santa Anna was a prisoner. He chewed something that quieted his nerves. He drives after Canadian tree because wild. What's the bill?
There we go.
Contributor to the invention of modern shoes.
There we go. I knew it. Love being right. Love being right. 1836. Tomorrow is February 2nd. A month from today. It's one of the most important holidays in your life. The most important days in your life. What? A month. From February, March 2nd. What's March 2nd? Texas Independence Day. And on Texas Independence Day, we will celebrate and honor it the way it needs to be honored. And then March 6th. You know what March 6th is? Another important day in your life. The Alamo. That's the Alamo Day. So March 2nd is Texas Independence. March 6th is the Alamo. 1836, they had to write a new constitution because they're a country. Every family got 4,000 acres. 4,000 acres. Did that make them rich? No. But they had, why? Texas had tons of land. A lot of it was not necessarily beautiful, but they had to have water. You know, that much acres to get water. Now, did their grandkids get rich off that? Yes, they did. But the people that owned it didn't yet. Now, 1845, what changed? What changed about Texas? It became American. It was Republic of Texas. 1845, it became a state. So they had to have a new constitution. Why did they need to write a new one in the 1870s? Something big happened. In the 1860s. 1860s, something huge happened that changed, that changed Texas, their status in America. They were no longer in America. What? 1836 was a country. Yeah, what war?
San Jacinto.
No? No. What war? Right here. 1860s. Yes, it was in what war? Oh, seriously, y'all are being funny right now, right? The Civil War. Civil War. I'm zealous. So that changed Texas. Texas left America. So in the 1870s, why would they need a new constitution? To rejoin America. Okay? They became a state again.
You need America to join Texas.
Yeah, they needed this. Okay? There we go. You're done. I'll give you fired.
We're recording that one too.
Yeah. Awesome, awesome.
Oh my God.